Craig Pelton likes to masquerade as the farcical, incompetent dean who bungles his duties and allows the campus to nosedive into anarchy. But he is not what he seems. For the dean is an evil genius, and I can prove it. The first glimpse we get of the dean's slyness is in Season 1, Episode 6. He maliciously blackmails Jeff into manipulating Troy into joining the football team. Using his perverted perspicacity, he identifies that Jeff has a weighty influence over the study group, and he uses it to his sordid advantage, time and time again. This sets up an iron precedence. The dean's fingerprints will never be on the trigger. He always deputizes.
Okay, if someone from the outside were to find out that I am a student at a community college, that could have a negative impact on my future career. Oh, goodness. Look what we have stumbled onto, an opportunity to help each other out. I suppose I wouldn't need this promotional campaign if I could announce to the press that Troy Barnes is playing football here.
In Season 1, Episode 13, Dean Pelton revives the school paper and installs Jeffrey as the chief editor, bribing him with an office and an English credit, placing Jeff in his capacious debt. The dean now has complete control over the news and can shut down any story which paints him in a negative light. What's more, he can still hide behind his smokescreen of incompetence. He then proceeds to emotionally blackmail Jeff into shutting down Annie's story. Again, his fingerprints are never on the trigger. Now, let's charge on to Season 2, Episode 9, Conspiracy Theories and Interior Design. The dean discovers Jeffrey is making up a fake class for an extra credit. So he goes to Annie and they concoct a real conspiracy together to teach Jeff a lesson.
It was even more obvious the dean was too stupid to orchestrate anything. So, on a hunch, I called him, and we hatched a plan to teach you a lesson or two about friendship.
In addition to Annie, he also employs Professor Sean Garrity, who he's been blackmailing ever since he scraped the dean's car. Blackmailing people seems to be the dean's modus operandi. If you are unlucky enough to catch the dean's attention, his sinister mind will find a way to agglutinate you into his compound of evil. He will stop at nothing. In Season 3, Episode 7, we find out he has unlimited access to his students' email and has been spying on Jeffrey and his therapist. When he catches Jeff in a lie, he does not hesitate to use it as blackmail. So, we've already established that the dean is a grasping, manipulative, Machiavellian villain. But blackmail alone is not enough to convict the fiend. What is the Greendale effect? It is a corrupt system, dare I say a cult, that finds vulnerable at-risk people and sucks them into the orbit of Greendale, where they remain forever. Unless they escape. The dean has an uncanny ability to identify weak and vulnerable people. He picks his prey well and waits for them when they're at their lowest and in utmost need. He then swoops in and offers them a community to be a part of, an affordable education. Once the dean has you on the hook, he makes it ridiculously hard for you to acquire a degree. He makes a point of hiring incompetent teachers to teach idiotic classes. Chang is not a real Spanish teacher, Ian Duncan is an alcoholic and is forced to teach anthropology, a subject he knows nothing about, and let us never forget the plethora of imbecilic classes, ladders, who's the boss, Nicolas Cage, good or bad, history of ice cream, can I fry it, grifting 101. This entire college is one big grift. He doesn't stop at that. No, he systematically lowers and oppresses your self-esteem, destroying your will to leave Greendale. It starts on day one.
What is community college? Well, you've heard all kinds of things. You've heard it's loser college for remedial teens, 20-something dropouts, middle-aged divorcees, and old people, keeping their minds active as they circle the drain of eternity. That's what you heard. However, I wish you luck!
The motto of Greendale is "You are already accepted." The school mascot and team is changed from the Greendale Grizzlies to the Greendale Human Beings, a faceless, dehumanizing pulp designed to degrade human individuality and psychologically impress upon you that you are all the same and not special. Often, the meals are all the same.
We all suck. We're all broke. We just went through an entire week of meatball lunches without even blinking.
Once you are starved of wits, esteem and money, you are now putty in the Dean's hands. Why is Greendale always bereft of money? Most Greendale students never graduate. They're stuck paying tuition for years. In the second paintball match, they won $100,000 from City College. In Season 4, they qualified for a $40,000 grant for Changnesia. They are constantly renting out their campus for things like raves or Subway. They hemorrhage staff and pay the remaining members almost nothing. They also find unique ways to extort money from their students, like paying 25 cents to use the water machine.
Hey, babe, can I borrow some change for the water fountain? Thanks.
Change?
Where is all this money going? The Dean's pockets, that's where. Look at that. That is clear proof the Dean is embezzling money. But what is he using all that money for? Costumes. He has an addiction to buying costumes. So that's it. That's why the Dean is evil. That's why he does what he does. Clothes is what motivates him. All the avenues of his corrupted nature has been explored. Wait a minute.
Hey, babe, can I borrow some change for the water fountain?
I am the ass crack bandit. Humans make better banks than piggies.
I have to go to the bank today.
Tell your little friend to stop snooping around night school. Otherwise, things might get explosive. This is the Ass Crack Bandit. I find it funny that you ever thought you could catch me.
The landslide winner of the student election with 7 votes is South Park.
The Dean's fingerprints will never be on the trigger. He always deputizes.
Look what we've stumbled onto, an opportunity to help each other out.
Shoot! The Dean!
Well, he shot you!
Not really! He and I were in on this from the start!
Is Dean Pelton the ass crack bandit?